Are we live?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to look at the camera, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, and I hope your arms don't get too tired holding that up.
They will.
We're almost there. Good morning, erShredders. Yes, you guys, those of you who did that 11 days starting on January 4th, well done. You guys are badass. Congratulations. So proud of you. And Jesse did a great video. I just posted it on my wall about what to do moving beyond, erShred with your foods, learning about yourself. Guys, we want to make sure everybody understands that erShred is not it's just not some band-aid approach to wellness. It's not like you just take a pill or you just drink a drink and and then you have all these miraculous health benefits. It's not like that. erShred protocol is about educating yourself about your body, about your foods, about your lifestyle, learning what foods don't serve you, getting off all the foods that don't serve you, not just for 11 days, but hopefully you can learn to get off of those permanently, like I have. 6 months now with no gluten, corn, soy, no refined sugars, none of the oils, seed oils and so forth. Like, I can't believe how far that I've come and for how long. And for me, this has become a new normal, and it's very easy to maintain my ideal physique, and I'm building upon that. So with that in mind, I just want to make sure again that we emphasize that this is not a vanity culture. erShred is an empowerment lifestyle, and it's an empowerment movement. We are teaching people how to take back control of their own lives. The common denominator of good health is what? It's what food you put in your mouth every single day. No, it is not a lotion, potion, powder, or pill. It is not some magic thing that you can just eat or drink, one thing, silver bullet that addresses human health as a whole. No, it is not. And that's why erShred is the convergence of many different concepts, many different principles, and many of them have nothing to do with nutritional products, because nutritional products are not the entire answer at all. We need to make that clear. So what I love about that is I don't feel the need to constantly hawk nutritional products, which I never really liked anyway. If we can find nutritional products that serve our lifestyle and the protocol, that's great. But it is not about hawking nutritional products to other people. I want to talk about something that I noticed with my own wife. And, Crystal, I hope it's okay to share this with people because it's important to me that you feel liberated. How's your shoulders doing, Ollie?
They're fine.
Can you hang in there?
Yeah.
We're almost there anyway. So when Crystal originally went on erShred, she got off all the culprit foods, all the bad stuff, putting in the good stuff, good foods and such. And you know what? Her skin, for the first time in her adult life, naturally it cleared up and she was ecstatic. I mean ecstatic. Now, to be fair, erShred is an elimination reset protocol, and it's a lifestyle change. And so part of that is gradually reintroducing certain foods to determine what is fit for your human consumption. What's fit for you? Well, along the way, part of this education, Crystal has discovered that certain foods would cause her skin to regress. And, I want to make sure that everybody knows that erShred is a tool, it's a resource, it's a lifestyle. This is not something where you have to pretend for the rest of your life that you're perfectly healthy. Like, come on, guys. We're human. We're imperfect. We're living in a very imperfect world. We're living in a very imperfect environment. We're living in an environment that's actually very polluted, confusing, toxic. It's been over industrialized, over capitalized, if you will. And as a result, we're all paying a price for that, all of us. And you can't avoid it all. You can't avoid everything. You're going to breathe this air. You're going to bathe in this water, for instance. Good luck not bathing. You're going to be exposed to all these different kinds of things and foods and so forth. So, you know, I just want to make sure, I don't want people to have a complex, especially the women, because I know, you know, women already have enough pressure to look a certain way. Can we flip that? Hey, I love you. You have a great day.
Bye.
You are the man. You are the coolest. I flipped it. Now I just need to park. All right, I'm parking so that I do not drive because I'm in a parking lot. Don't worry. So with that said, women, I don't want women especially to have a vanity complex. Like erShred, one thing you're going to love about this culture is we are real. We are absolutely authentic. We don't fake stuff. So we're not going to pretend like our stuff doesn't stink, for instance. Our stuff stinks. We're human. We're not going to pretend like we have everything all put together. We're not going to pretend like our skin is perfect. We're not going to pretend like our hair is perfect. We're not going to pretend like, our bodies are perfect, because you know what? Welcome to humanity, and we all have bits and pieces that are not the way we want, right? So we are not some vanity culture. Get that out of your head. If you ever see Crystal or I posting pictures of our abs or our bodies, just know we're trying to inspire people to take back control. My wife had 4 babies. I suffered a tremendous amount of gastrointestinal issues and bloat. We are just trying to show people what is possible, and we may not always look our best, and we don't really care, because for us this is so much deeper than a vanity result, which means what people see. It's so much deeper. There's a spiritual component that's very important to us. There's a component of learning to be in tune with your body and listen to your body, and your body being able to listen to your intuition, and that information going back and forward. We never learned that about our bodies in 40 years of living on this earth. We never learned that until 2020, and that was in July when we finally started to realize that, oh my God, my body can talk to my intuition. My soul, my intuition can talk to my body. Foods actually possess some kind of powerful communication, just like Jesse always talks about. Every bite of food you put in the body, it sends signals all over, communicating with your body, with your emotions, with your hormones. Once you gain this empowerment, and that's what this is about. I do not want any of the erShredders to have a complex about looking perfect in all their pictures. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen to this culture, is if people feel like pressure to look a certain way to their peers, to look a certain way online, to talk a certain way, to present themselves as if they're all polished. And no, erShredders, we are raw, we are real, we are genuine, we are authentic, we are, what you see is what you get. If you don't know what that looks like, just go watch the last Shred Your Body call with Jesse and Shelly Johnson, and then you'll understand our culture, because our culture is not pretentious. Our culture is not vanity. Our culture is not materialism. Our culture is not about, our culture's just super, super. You know what? There's something about this life where you're going through this life, and you just sit there and you ask yourself, how were things a couple thousand years ago without all the media? How were things without all the without, all the tabloids, without all the celebrities, without any of that? How were things, and how did we come to this place? And at any given time, was there ever just wholesomeness? Was there ever just simple, down to earth, genuine, heartfelt? That's what this is about. So I hope you can feel it. I hope you know it's the case, because that's what this is all about. This is about sincerity. This is about wanting to help people take back control. This is not about getting you, that 5 or 10 or whatever pounds off and making you look so pretty in your pictures so you can look perfect online. And then you have a complex, because why? Once you feel like you got all that feedback, all those little likes, like, hearts. Oh, how many people did the O face? Oh, how many people gave me the O face? Who gave me the O face? Like, I know these games we play, guys. How many people liked it? Why didn't so-and-so like it? Did they see it? Oh my gosh. And once you put that pressure on yourself to look a certain way and to appear a certain way, and it clicks in your brain that, oh, people like this. Oh, I got more likes on that. Now, the culture that or the vanity culture, if you will, you've given yourself a complex, and now you got to keep showing up that way. At least you feel that way at an emotional level. And guys, that is not what erShred is about. Now, are we going to post before and after pictures and stories to try to inspire people who are hopeless, people who are at their wits' end, people who are ignorant, people who are confused, and people that don't have a frickin' clue? Are we going to try to get those people's attention and help them? You bet we are. But our motives are sincere, and we actually want to get our hands on them and demonstrate to them what can happen when you have the right information, the right culture, the right kind of community, and then you implement, the right protocol. Magic, just magic. And then we have each other. Like attracts like, and what I want to attract in this culture is people who are legit, like people who are real, people who sincerely care about others, people who are sincere in their desire to better themselves so that we can better this world, so that you can better your community, so that you can better. That's what this is all about. So this is what I want to put out there. erShred should not be creating an environment, a personal complex. No, absolutely not. Now, will people rebound? Are people going to gain weight back? Are people going to, are results that were realized going to be lost and diminished? Yes. Absolutely, that's going to happen. How do I know that's going to happen? Because I've got almost 20 years experience in this industry. And that's the crazy thing about people. No matter how good the result, you could have a result that just, you can't even comprehend how good the result. And yet people will resort back to poor food choices, bad behavior, bad habits. And I know that this is the case. However, I know because I've done it myself so many times. However, this is the first time in my entire adult life where I've been able to sustain results for any length of time, and I haven't felt like I'm just willing it to happen. That for me is, I've never experienced that. Crystal says the same thing. My daughter Lily says the same thing. So many of you erShred warriors say the same thing, that for the first time, you actually feel empowered to keep it going for your own benefit, for the benefit of your productivity, for the benefit of your relationships, for the benefit of how you feel and look And your own personal self-esteem is major. Your own personal self-esteem is major. I'm not talking about how other people see you per se. I'm talking about how you feel. How do you feel? That's everything. How do you feel? Can you just ask yourself that right now? Like, how do you feel? Think about that. Take inventory. How do you feel? What isn't feeling great? Where? Now you have to reverse engineer that. Why? What can you do? I'm telling you right now, it's foods. I'm convinced more than ever before, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what your angst is, your pain, it's your foods. It's your foods. The body is like miraculous in terms of your body is so, it can withstand so much. Your body can withstand so much punishment. Years and years and years and years and years of abuse. Some of you 30, 40, 50, 60 years of constant abuse, feeding your body toxic poison, not food, not real food, garbage, chemicals, artificial, food-like substances that are not real food. And your body fights for you every single day. It's fighting and fighting and fighting this war. What's crazy? Get off all the poisonous foods. You'll see, you'll learn what a miracle your body is and how fast. Just do that for me. Get off all those culprit foods. I know the way because that's what we stumbled upon. That's what we discovered. That's what we developed. Crystal and I, we developed the erShred, which empowers you to do it. I don't know how you do it otherwise. How could you do it otherwise? I got off all my vices. I got off my coffee ice cream. I got off macadamia nuts. I got off chips and salsa. I got off all the sour gummies. I'm telling you what my vices were. I got off any of the energy drinks. I got off Coke Zero. Not for a little while. I've been off it for 6 months. Like, I got off beer. You think beer's a food? It's not. Do you love beer? I love beer more than you, I bet. I love beer. I love beer. Beer tastes so good to me. I loved beer before I could drink beer. Before I was allowed, or technically I could, drink beer because I left my religion and I could drink beer. I was drinking non-alcoholic beer long before I was allowed to drink alcoholic beer. Neither is food. Neither for me is food. Now, do you say, Sean, don't you love beer? I love all beer. You put any beer in front of me, the smell of it, the taste of it, I don't care if it looks like motor oil. I love it. But food that doesn't serve me as food. Had to learn it. And the only way to learn it is to get to a baseline. I hope this is all setting in now, guys. This is not an 11-day protocol. Yes, it's called the 11-day erShred. But if you don't understand what this really is, this is diagnosis. Jesse, you hear me? Jesse, baby, I know you probably won't watch this because you do enough. But this is diagnosis. This is like taking your car, check engine light comes on, boop, take your car to the mechanic, and they plug that thing in, and they're able to diagnose and tell you where's your problem in the car. That's what erShred is for the human body. For a person that's willing to surrender and submit to the protocol, to the process, it's going to teach you where is the issues. If you don't do something like erShred protocol and get to a baseline and find that empowerment and that intuition and become in tune with your own body and let your body speak to you, let your intuition communicate with the physical. If you don't do something like this, you cannot, the check engine light's coming on, boop, you got no energy. Check engine light's on, boop, you're fat.
check. I know I'm not supposed to say, okay, I'm not supposed to say fat anymore with the fat shaming culture. Again, erShred, we're like way real. So if you said, is someone overweight? Yes. Does that mean that they're, this is where I get a little confused about that kind of stuff, because are we supposed to accept that, being overweight is not healthy. That is dangerous. So that is compounding all kinds of illnesses and all kinds of diseases and all kinds of problems. So if we are to embrace that as, that is a good thing, it's okay to embrace it in terms of judgment, but I don't think we should be teaching our children, for instance, that being overweight is a health conscious. I mean, it's not a health conscious thing. We know this. There's so many studies that teach us we got to get the weight off. We got to get the weight off. We got to get the weight off. And unfortunately, people don't know how. But that's just one component of erShred, is just the weight. That's just one component. But if your body's beeping, check engine light, boop, mind fog. Check engine light, bloop, any kinds of, external problems. People have all kinds of different rashes and stuff, and the body's speaking to you, beep, 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 check engine, check engine, check engine. If you don't understand how to get to a baseline, if you don't understand how to start reading your foods, I'm talking not just reading labels, that's part of it, but also putting food in your body and then having the ability to communicate with that food and allow that food to cause your body to respond. And then you're able to field that feedback. You're in tune with your own body. Until you have that, good luck. You don't have a check engine light sensor. You don't have that machine to plug into the body and figure out what's the problem, where's it coming from, and you're feeding yourself such a variety of things, so many different things all the time. You don't know what's causing what feedback. You don't know. So people say things like, I've got really bad acid reflux. What's causing it? Do you think that's normal? Do you think we're intended to be like that? Do you think animals have acid reflux? It's your body is actually sending you symptoms. Check engine light, check engine light, check engine light. Now, what's the worst thing you can do is put Band-Aids on symptoms. What are Band-Aids? Ibuprofen for pain. What does it do? Masks symptoms. Does it get down to the underlying cause of what the problem is? No. All right? Think about all of this. Just think about it. You have acid reflux. What do? You take a little calcium tablet, chew it up and swallow it. What does that do? Masks symptoms. All right? Does it get to the underlying cause of what's causing acid reflux? No. And in fact, if you stay on those types of symptom maskers, you're going to end up with more and more compounding problems over time. Okay? What do products that suspend stomach acid do? Products like Prilosec, Prevacid, Pepcid AC, Zantac. What do? Shut down stomach acid. Why? Because you have stomach pain. Okay, but you're supposed to have stomach acid. Yes, you're supposed to have stomach acid. That's what breaks down food. That's what your body needs, pepsin and all this, stuff. You need it. So if your body is not producing stomach acid because you've gone on some kind of a drug that suspends stomach acid, there's even ones that stop stomach acid for 14 days. And they say so that your gut can have a chance to heal. Fine. But you're supposed to have stomach acid working on your behalf every time you eat. So if it's not, what's the price you pay for that? They actually talk about give your gut a chance to heal. I heard that all the time. I heard that from doctors because I have had so many gastrointestinal issues. And you got to ask yourself, does this get to the underlying cause of the problem? No, 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 no. Pain medications. Do pain medications get to the cause of the problem? No. They numb and mask symptoms. Now you have to ask yourself, is that natural? Is that healthy for me? Is that empowerment? Or do I have to stay on those things so that I can continue to mask symptoms because I don't know how to interpret my own check engine light? You want to interpret it? You better learn to become in tune with your body, whether it's erShred or something else. Gain that empowerment. I'm not saying that about any product. I'm not saying that about that erShred cures or treats or prevents any illness or disease or diagnosis or anything of this nature. No, absolutely not. Okay? Do animals have all these issues? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Why does erShred go more native? Why does it go more ancestral, if you will? Why do we do that? Because they didn't have all the problems we have today. They didn't have them. And neither do all the animals on the face of the earth. They don't have the problems because they don't have such a variety of food. They haven't created foods that are not food and called them food and eat them every day. Guys, time to get your butt empowered. Okay? Get empowered. But not for vanity. And not so that you give yourself a freaking... I don't have a complex. I don't have a complex that I need to look a certain way, that I need to, I don't have that. Do I look pretty? No, I'm not pretty. And I don't want to be pretty. Okay? I just want to be what I am. I just want to be what I'm made to be. And I want you guys to feel comfortable. And I want you to feel whole. And I want you to be able to not wear makeup. And I want you to be able to not use filters. And I want you to be like, just let's get more native. Yeah. Native sound good, people? Who's up for native? More native. In terms of how we think, in terms of how we operate, in terms of how we eat, in terms of how our simplicity, entertainment. Get more native. That's the erShred culture. All right. I'm going to run. Love you guys.